Let's move on to our third and final type of proportion that we're going to see today, and that is where we have two binomials involved. So when we look here, now we have b minus 8 over 5 equals b plus 3 over 4. Now you're going to start to see more and more why it's so important to get rid of that denominator. And now, being that we have variables on both sides, we can't just say, hey, I'm going to treat it like a division problem and multiply, because then we go, oh, wait, which one do we multiply by? This is where the LCD comes in handy. So we've got an LCD here of 5 and 4, which is 20. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 20 over 1 on both sides. And when I do that, 5 and 20 divide by 5 to give me 1 and 4. And over on the right-hand side, 4 and 20 divide by 4 to give me 1 and 5. So now when I rewrite this problem, I get 4 times b minus 8 equals 5 times b plus 3, which we've seen these before when we were solving equations with variables on both sides. So we'll go ahead and we'll bomb out the 4, giving me 4b minus 4 times 8, which is 32. And then on the right-hand side, bomb out the 5. 5 times b equals 5b plus 3 times 5, which is 15. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the 4b to the other side since it's smaller than 5b. That cancels my 4b's, leaving me with negative 32. And 5b minus 4b is 1b, or b, plus 15. Then I can go ahead and subtract 15 from both sides, canceling over on the right, leaving me with b. And then negative 32 minus 15, a lot of you guys want to subtract them, but remember, adding the opposite is negative 32 plus negative 15, which is actually negative 47. Moving on to another example similar to that one to give you a little bit more practice. We have r plus 13 over 2 equal to negative 5r over 3. This one is a little bit different because you haven't yet seen the multiplication with the variable, but it's not really going to change it up that much. Here, our LCD is 6. Go ahead and multiply 6 over 1 on both sides. And then we're going to divide 6 and 2 by 2, giving me 1 and 3. We're going to divide 3 and 6 by 3 to give me 1 and 2. On the left-hand side, we have 3 times the quantity r plus 13. And on the right-hand side, we've got negative 5r times 2. So when we go ahead and simplify, we're going to bomb out the 3, giving me 3 times r, which is 3r, 3 times 13, which is 39. And then 2 times negative 5 is negative 10r. So now we'll go ahead and it would imply that we would want to move that 10r, negative 10r, because then it'll become positive. However, then we create 0 on the other side. So let's go ahead and subtract 3r from both sides, canceling out on the left, leaving me with 39. And then we have negative 10r minus 3r, which, remember, we add the opposite, which gives me negative 13r. So then we come over here, and 39 equals negative 13r. Divide both sides by negative 13, which cancels nicely, actually, because we get r is equal to negative 3. Now, for our last and final example of this entire lesson, I want you to go ahead and pause the video now so that way you can try this problem on your own, and then when you're done completing the problem, hit play to check your work. All right, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and use the LCD. 8 times 3 is 24, which is going to be our easiest one to use. So we will go ahead and multiply both sides by 24 over 1. Now when I cancel to simplify things out, 24 and 8 are divisible by 8. giving me 3 in place of the 24. 3 and 24 both divisible by 3, giving me 8 in place of the 24. So now I have 3 times 2x minus 6 equal to 8 times x plus 2. So we'll go ahead and bomb out the 3 to get 6x minus 18, and we'll bomb out the 8 to give me 8x plus 16. Then moving on to getting the variables to both sides, I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides, which cancels over here, leaving me with negative 18. 8x minus 6x is 2x plus 16. Now we can go ahead and subtract 16 from both sides. Canceling over here, leaving me with 2x. And negative 18 plus negative 16 equals negative 34. Divide by both sides by 2. Canceling over here, leaving me with x. Negative 34 divided by 2 is negative 17. Now, for you to try and bring to class tomorrow, I need you to work on these two problems. N plus 4 over negative 6 is equal to 8 over 2. And x minus 3 over 3 is equal to x plus 4 over 4. And please make sure you have your summary written.